Hi, this is Lys Campbell of Dynamic Intention. Welcome to Recoding Your Money Reality. So the chances are that if you're watching this right now, it's because you're actually kind of fed up of being poor, feeling like you're living in a state of poverty, feeling scarcity in your life, seeing the results of those feelings and the thoughts and stuff that go with them. Now, this particular piece of work goes right down deep into the roots of everything that are causing you to potentially spiral in what I'm going to call lack-based money realities, and without sharing exactly how, because this is something that I actually teach in my Quantum Creation Mastermind group. So if you're interested in finding out the how, you'll have to come and sign up to join us there. It's a subscription program. But yeah, essentially, without going into the details of how with all of this stuff, what we're doing in this piece of work is we are completely rewriting your money reality at the deepest levels so that you get to experience a seismic shift, but in a good way, as she said, of your circumstances. And I will just drop in right now that essentially you may find that you have an integration period of up to a couple of weeks with this, depending on how much stuff is being shifted in the process of you actually receiving this work and it doing its thing. Okay, you might find during the integration of this that you start to have very vivid dreams showing you things that you're letting go of that you weren't even consciously aware of, stuff from your childhood, maybe stuff from other lifetimes. There could be any number of things, intergenerational stuff basically. But what you are going to be finding is that once this has actually integrated, you're going to start seeing physical transformation of your money reality. And this is actually designed in such a way that if there's other stuff that's been affecting your money reality from the side, that's also being dealt with. Okay, so just allowing yourself to understand the fact that this is what can take the time of the integration, actually, depending on how much other stuff is connected into your money reality being less than you would like it to be, blocked or stuck, however you want to put it. Basically, that stuff will be taken care of as part of this as it sort of spans its way out. But sometimes that takes a bit of time, because essentially, whilst things can be done in an instant, essentially your physical body takes time to release everything at that level, at the level of what I'm going to call mass or matter that you've been holding on to. So emotional stuff, belief systems, so on and so forth. Okay, so just to let you know, there is a possibility, and I have had clients say to me when they work with me that, you know, depending on the work that we've done together, sometimes they kind of felt like they've been hit by a truck afterwards. They have like an initial period, it's a bit like doing a physical detox, where they feel amazing and on top of the world, and then they crash out of that and their body starts to literally release stuff. Okay, so, and that's where that is, in actual fact, is what's telling you that the work is going deep, because when you start to have what I'm going to call physical symptoms of the shift, in terms of needing to sleep more, as being one prime example actually of this. When you start needing to sleep more when you're integrating, this is because you are actually releasing stuff that's been keeping you in survival mode in relationship to the subject matter at hand. And actually your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in and you go into rest and digest mode, which means you sleep a lot because you're actually releasing a lot of stress that you've been holding on to that you may not even have been that aware of, because it was at such a deep unconscious level and you've been so used to being numb to what's going on underneath the surface that you haven't even realised how much you were operating from survival mode. In which case, at the point where things shift and your body goes into rest and digest, you'll find yourself sleeping really, really deeply. You might find yourself feeling more emotional about stuff. Okay, it's a really, really good idea with all of this stuff to basically keep a journal so that you can help yourself process. Just doing a brain dump every day so that you can literally get to grips with how you're feeling, and just getting into the habit of actually becoming more aware of your feelings about things in the present moment and what you're actually thinking on a deeper level, if that makes any sense, is really, really useful in terms of self-awareness, which is part of the whole process of expanding your consciousness anyway. So essentially what you need to be doing with all of this is get yourself a journal and just do a brain dump every day. Just sit down and write and allow yourself to free write whatever wants to come out. Now it could be a load of what you could nicely call cod shit, basically, where it's just verbal, where it's like everything's resetting itself, your synapses are rewiring, your neural pathways are rewiring. There could be some profound advice for yourself that you end up coming out with. You know, that inner wisdom's really important. I think this is precisely why I view myself as being an activator, actually. With the work that I do, as you're experiencing here with this, you'll see that what I'm doing is I'm basically helping you sort out the energetic stuff that's been creating the things that you don't want in your life, in order for you to step into a better experience of money, one that's more aligned with what you would desire to actually experience. More ease, more flow, more grace, more abundance of money, more, I'm going to say, sort of sense of generosity with yourself and others, founded not on people pleasing, but on that sense of there's always more, where that came from, if that makes any sense. So that's true abundance. When you actually find yourself actually, when you're in a position with money and you're using it, going, it's okay for me to pay with this, and this is an automatic, when this becomes an automatic thought, it's okay for me to pay for this because there's always more money where that came from. And that's, you know, that's the sort of auto response that you're getting, and you feel a sense of peace and ease in spending money on things. That is when you know that you're actually operating from wealth consciousness rather than lack consciousness. Lack consciousness is always going to tell you that there's not enough, that you have to save, that you have to constrict or attract. Lack consciousness is based on the idea that there's a limited or finite supply of whatever it is that you're looking at. Wealth consciousness is the exact opposite, okay? Not to say that you should be stupid about the way you spend money and spend money on things that aren't aligned for you. At the end of the day, you will always understand, if you're listening into yourself, what's aligned and what's not aligned. But ultimately, you do really need to understand the fact that essentially, when you are saying no to things you actually want and coming from that place of, I can't afford this, if I buy this then it's unsafe, and so on and so forth, with things that you actually are drawn to, that you want to take part in, that you want to experience, then that's luck running the show. And the whole purpose of this piece of work here, embedded in this video and audio that I've put together for you, is to actually get you in a state of feeling ease and flow around money and experiencing ease and flow of money in your life, opening the floodgates. Now, that's not to say that there aren't further expansions you could do with your money reality, but this is designed to bump you into a place of knowing that there's always enough for you, knowing that you're taken care of, seeing the evidence of that, feeling the evidence of that, actually seeing your reality shift, because the things inside that were causing that sense of being pinched and having to be cautious and there being danger has been dealt with. Do you see? So yeah, having said all of that, you've been receiving this all the way through, and it's going to carry on running. I'm going to allow you now to just listen to the music that I put together and enjoy the rest of the video. And I will also say, if you check the drop down box underneath this video, if you're on YouTube, or check the information around this video wherever it might be appearing to you, wherever you might have happened upon it, you'll find further details on how you can connect with me more, connect with my work more, essentially where to find me on social media, so on and so forth. I will also drop in as well, give me a subscribe, a like, a follow, whatever, whatever the currency is on the social media sites that you're seeing this on and engaging with it on. And I will be back with more. So sending you lots of love and wishing you wonderful results, because we all deserve those, right? Lots of love to you.